Hey everybody, welcome to a full body day. We are rearranging our schedule for the week. So it is day 41. We're going to do a little bit of everything. I'm going to be using a band for some of our moves today. Other than the band, it's just body weight. If you don't have a band, no problem. Have some dumbbells on the ready. I'll run us through what we're going to do and then we'll get going with a warm up. So we're going to do a 10, 20, 30 as far as different exercises. We're going to stay consistent with gait swings at our 10. So you're going to jump wide and low and then high and tall for 10. Next up, we're going to do 20 shoulder taps. So you're going to come into a high plank. Toes are kind of just a little bit outside of your hips. And then you're going to tap your shoulders each side. If a plank doesn't work for you, I'm going to have you go onto your knees and tap from here. So find that flexion, that transverse draw. We've been working on that. So hold that core nice and strong and then tap side to side. After that, we're going to go 30, the super lift. So belly is going to be strong. Shoulders are going to squeeze together and pull back and down. You're going to lift and lower. We're going to go for 30 reps. Back to our 10, we're going to stick with gait swings. Next 20 is going to be a side plank hip dip. So just stack up into your side plank, drop and lift your hips. If a side plank doesn't work for you, you have a couple different options. You can go into a supported side plank and dip from there. Or I'm going to have you come to your knees. You're going to hinge and pull. So try to find that oblique on the side that you're reaching out of. So that stretch and tuck, that's going to be your pulling side. Then we have a sternum pull. So this is our 30. Okay, take your band. You can have this type of a band with handles, or you can have a full super band that loops all the way around. It's getting very caught right now, like this. So you could just anchor it up on your anchor point and pull the band right to your sternum. Okay, so we're going to sit into kind of like a mid squat. Pull those elbows straight back. Focus on the back for 30. If you don't have a band, I'm going to have you hinge forward, grab a weight. Some weights left around here. Okay, you'll hinge forward, dropping your chest toward the ground and pull toward your sternum this way. 10 more gait swings. And then our next 20 is a Ticktock plank. So you're going to plank. Rotate your hips side to side like this. It's going to be 40 total, 20 each side. If you don't Ticktock plank, you come back to your hands and knees, and you're going to hinge, shoulder, and hip together, side to side. So keep that belly draw. Try to keep your back nice and flat, and then pull shoulder and hip together. And then we're going to do a pulse on our band. So hinging forward, back is nice and flat. Your chest is going to drop closer to the ground than we did for our sternum pull, and you're just going to pull back this way. If you have that one band, then same thing, just pulse this direction. Straight arm pulse. If you do not have a band, grab a lighter set of weights, palms face the floor, and you're going to pulse with straight arms here. All right. Let's get a little bit of a warm up and then we'll get going. All right, bring your arms up nice and high. Stand at the back of your mat. Reach up out of those shoulders. Go ahead and lift onto your tippy toes. Check in with the core, your back, neck, shoulders. All right, and then drop your heels. Arms come all the way down. Hinge over those legs. Bend your right knee, then your left. Right knee and your left. It's totally fine if you're not touching the ground. Just let your arms hang. Still get that one bend, then the other. And then we're going to walk out on our mat. So if you need to drop your hips because you're tight, that's fine. You're going to walk all the way forward, slide those shoulder blades down, and then pull your chest all the way through. So just check in, find different points that need to be maybe moved and rotated a little bit more before we fully get started. Drop your knees down onto the ground, grab the core, and then slide back and down into that child's pose. Reach those arms way out in front. Take a couple inhales and exhales. See how flat and long you can get the back, the spine, space between those discs. Come up onto your hands and knees, and then let your hips hinge left and right. Just get some space through that low back. Keep that belly strong. All right. Bring your right leg up outside of your hands, and then just hinge the hips forward. Bounce a little bit. Not really holding in place. Take that right leg back. Bring the left leg forward. Bounce a little bit. Check in. Keep that core going. Left leg back. Right leg forward. And hit that little bounce. Okay, the right leg back. Left leg forward. And hit your little bounce. All right. Turn that left foot in. We're going to come up into a wide forward fold. And then we're going to get started. Let's go with those 10 gate swings first. As always, if jumping doesn't really work for you, that's not a problem. Just keep one foot on the ground, keep in your squat, and then step one leg out and the other. All right, let's find that core, shoulders back. Make sure the pelvis stays set. Here we go. 1. Take your time to drop and get to that full squat, knees really wide with toes. And then your speed is on the in and out. 9, 10. Goes fast. All right. Shoulder taps from your hands and knees or from your plank. 2, 3. Wide hands, elbows back toward toes. Minimal movement from those hips. Tuck your tailbone. 18, 19, 20. Oh. All right, tuck your hips under. Belly hold strong. Hold on to that core. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Get those glutes contracting. We're working from the upper back. Make sure you're not feeling pressure in the low back. So you're using your glutes and hamstrings to lift the legs, the upper back to lift the chest, head, and shoulders. Keep your chin tucked so you're not yanking on your neck. 10 to go. 5, 4, and 1. Whew. Okay. Take a little child's pose. Stretch through the low back. And then we're going back into our gate swings for 10. Okay, side plank, hip dips. Here's where we get our core going. Stack up those hips, stack up the shoulders, drop and lift. 3, 4. Go for range. Focus on what you're using to get that push. 15, 18, 19, 20. Roll it over, flex it up, and here we go. Halfway there, flex into the back, the core. Draw the front of the belly strong and tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, you're going to do that sternum pull, hinging forward with your weight or with our band. Slide shoulders back and down. Make sure you have that pelvis in place. Set in, focus on what you're using. We want to feel that back. $12. Really been building that upper back as of late. So good. Hopefully you're noticing less stress in your neck and shoulders, better posture, even less stress in the low back because your upper back can support the work going on through the upper body. Last 3, 2, keep those shoulder heads pulled back, and 1. All right. Another set of gate swings. Get those knees super wide. Check in with that core. 8, 9, 10. All right, Ticktock Planks. Elbows are down. Find that plank position. And then here we go. 20 each side. Focus where you're flexing. There's 10. Keep that upper body stable. You're rotating from the mid back. Hips move with that low back. 3, 2, and 1. All right. Back to your band or your lighter weights. Slide those shoulders back and down. Make sure that you're working from your back. You'll feel your triceps a little. $15. Can you tighten that belly button back in anymore? $30. Perfect. Okay, set 2, gate swings from the top. Now we know it's coming. All right. High plank, set up your shoulder taps. Make sure the shoulders are way up on top of those fingertips. Try to get those hips to move as little as possible. 15. 20. Okay, drop down onto the belly. Tuck that chin, flex deep through the core. If you're finding that these are too much in your neck, then take your hands back by your thighs. 10. Keep your chin tucked. Feel that upper back flex. 10 to go. 7. Squeeze between those shoulder blades. 3, 2, 1. A little child's pose. It's good to take a sec between. Okay, coming up. Let's hit those gate swings. Wide and low. Ten. Side plank dips. Start on our second side this time. Feeling the heat. Feels good. All right, drop and lift. Stack shoulders, stack hips. Go for that range. See how much heat you can build into that oblique. 18, 19, 20. Roll it over. Here we go. Make sure those hips are stacked. 16. We're watching that hip line up, that the hips are dropping and lifting together, so we're not twisting as much as possible. Be aware. You want to find those compensations. All right. Second round. Feeling it. Shoulder blades back and down. Belly strong. Scan the body, check in, but then really get the work into that back. You're in control of that release of the band. Halfway. 16. Pull that belly button back. Feel the shoulder blades squeeze together, just like when we do that scapula squeeze. We're creating that pinch between the shoulder blades. 3, 2, and 1. Really focus on that pinch. Feel those obliques again as well. Here we go, gate swings. 8, 9, 10. Whew. All right. Ticktock planks. Set your plank up, and then here we go. Rock side to side. Again, focus on what you're doing. What you're grabbing. There's halfway. We're at 10. See how much pull and drag you can maintain through the front of the belly, even as you rotate side to side. 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, and then we're back to our little pulse on our band or your light dumbbells. Reach that chest forward, flat back, lots of core. There's 10. Pull those shoulder heads back and down. 20. 30. All right. Bring it on. Set 3. 7. 10. We're going to hit up those shoulder taps. Find your plank. Set those hips under. 2, 3. 10. Feel those arms support that shoulder blade on the supporting side. Set in. Tailbone tucks under. 4, 3, 2, 1. And drop. All right. We're going into Superlifts. Find that belly lock first. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep track of that core. 28, 29, 30. Squeezing shoulder blades together. Also building that extension through that upper back. Super good. All right, gate swings. Here we go. Check in with your core. 10. Side plank, hip dips. Set into it. Let's wash those hips. Make sure they're not rocking forward or back. 10. 5 to go. Keep the front of the belly strong. 2, 1. Stack up those hips. Try to connect with your body in space. Can you tell if it's compensating? 13. 19, 20. All right. Sternum Pulls. We're at our 30 count. Finding a lot of isometric grab today. You'll build the heat, the sweat. Be more out of breath. Remember, we've been talking about finding that extra self-effort level. 15. Keep that back strong. Notice where you feel it. 27, 8, 30. Feel those everywhere. Okay, so that time, really flexed in. Took extra time. Focus that squeeze. Makes a difference. Okay, Ticktock Planks. Here we go. Tuck in. 1. There's 10. 18, 19, 20. Feeling behind those armpits, my legs, my core. Okay. Hinge forward, straight arms. I feel that belly sink in to protect that low back support. And you're building tone. Try to keep the back really flat so it's not moving. 28, 29, 30. All right. I think we have time for a speed round. So 10 of everything. Gate swings first. Ten. Shoulder taps. 1. 10. Make sure you get set up on this one. I don't like yanking that low back up too fast. 1, 2, just to 10. And 10. Gate swings. Side plank dips. Speed round is a good idea. 2, 3, 4. Just that little extra edge. 10. Roll and go. Watch that that upper hip isn't rolling back. 8, 9, 10. I've noticed my top hip, especially when I'm on my left side, likes to roll back. Watching it. Sternum pull. Feel the tailbone tuck just enough so that your pelvis is in neutral. 8, 9, 10. Whew. Man, when you focus on those. Whew. Toes stay straight ahead. 8, 9, 10. Tic-tacs. 1, 2. 8, 9, 10. Okay. Straight on pulls, little pulses. Only 10, make them count. 1, 2, 3. 10. All right. We are going to start our stretch from a child's pose. Put your knees together for me. Tops of the feet on the ground. Drop your hips back, your knees, push them together for now. Drive into those hands and just push back first. Then walk your arms forward. See how low you can get your forehead to the ground. When my knees are together like this, really feel those hip flexors. And then go ahead and rest your forehead and take your hands back behind you on the ground. So the palms face up. Feel your belly expand against your legs. See if you can get some diaphragmatic breath going. After all that core contraction, it's nice to just let it go. Let that belly breathe. Get that belly breath. Okay. Set your hands, bring your left leg forward. Find your hip flexor on that right side. So tuck under, hinge forward, right arm comes up and reach. Keep your belly flexed. Keep your belly flexed. Reach up out of that side. Keep your belly flexed. Okay, hinge back, straighten your front leg. Toe comes up, square off first. Pull the hip back, reach that chest forward. There's 1 deep breath, take 2 more. That one definitely added up. It took some connection, brain connection, cross over, drop down, really finding how to push your effort, my effort, staying within flexions. Hit that pigeon, so flex your front leg. Taking things to the next level, finding the function. So setting up those hips for just setting those hips in place, that pelvis tuck, that neutral spine for the shoulder taps, the TikToks, the side plank dips. That's a lot of movement through the spine. Depending, the shoulder taps is more your scapula and the shoulder. But once you set that scapula in, the back holds the support, and you're really just moving from your elbows. So really being able to set all that in, perform through that. Flexions through thighs, glutes, core, and back. You're creating such a strong foundation and setup. Switch to that other side. Right leg forward, belly strong. Tuck under, hinge forward, abs are in. Reach the left arm up and then over. Keep holding the core. Relax in the neck. So that sets a strong foundation for better posture when you're walking, standing, sitting, driving, moving, things that you do in repetitive motions throughout your day, especially depending on your age. Those repetitive motions start to add up, and that's where we find discrepancies, compensations, things out of alignment. Find your hamstring, and then pain. So I'm working my way through functional body alignment and awareness so that we can learn how to self-correct keep the strength and tightness and weakness compensations kind of minimal. Be aware of them, either sides of the joint, whatever joint might be causing us problems. Okay, crossover. And then mitigate our pain. All right, drop down. Enjoy that pigeon on this side. Square off those hips. Okay, let's hit that forward fold and we'll call it a day. Bring those toes up, backs of the knees toward the ground. Inhale, lift those arms nice and high. Make sure that you still have that rib cage held up, tucked in. Exhale and reach over those legs. How are you doing with this? You're finding progressions, moving along. Two more breaths. Roll through the head and neck if you'd like. Perfect. All right, pull those feet in. Find your low squat. Elbows inside the knees. As always, thank you for joining me. I hope that you're motivated and inspired and aren't just dreading the next workout, but always keep me informed. We're all going to have our days. I've had mine where I just don't feel like I have it in me to show back up at my mat. Always feel good when I'm done. So thank you so much for coming and joining, keeping us going, and I'll see you tomorrow.